Welcome everyone to the Chronicle News. So today we're going to be doing a deep dive on the project Tendie Fren Co. So this project is built on the crypto.org EVM chain called Cronos, and their cryptocurrency is called Tendies, kind of like chicken wings. And you can buy their token on frenswap.io, and you can find all their links down in the description along with an AMA recap that we had with Tendie Fren Co. on our Telegram group. So before we get into their tokenomics, I just want to say that their white paper, also known as a Fren paper, is pretty amazing. It's probably the best white paper I've ever read. As most people don't usually read white papers, this is one that you really don't want to miss out on, and I'll be going over it in this video. I will not be able to play all the audio of like the music and the sound effects of it though, so I highly recommend you give it a read for yourself. Fren paper link will be down in the description. Alright, so let's get started into their launch tokenomics first. Tendies is a reflection token with unique aspects such as a burning mechanism, charity, and a fund tax. The reflection is 7%, meaning that you can simply buy and hold your tendies and earn free tendies without even doing any complex staking or anything. You can just leave it in your crypto wallet and you'll earn free tendies that way. So it's really amazing for people who are new to crypto. And there's also a 3% liquidity tax on sells. And the tax is the same for buys and sells, but the actual LP conversion, the liquidity provider conversion, is only triggered by sells, which to me I find pretty interesting. So to go into a bit more details on the fund and charity tax, we can see that it reads that we give back to the community through a variety of competitions, giveaways, and challenges. So they recently ran their second private poker tournament today with $300 prizes. They also have done Telegram game competitions and surprise giveaways so far. So if you want to be a part of a community that has games, prizes, and just, very fun social things like that, Tendie Fren Co. seems like the place to hang out. One thing I'd like to mention is that the Tendie man, the dev, the project, actually told me that he used his own personal funds and instead put the surplus tendies from the Fren Co. wallets into the pools as staking rewards for the $300 prize. So he is doing his best to reduce sell pressure while also still having everything go back to the community. Now obviously this is not necessarily sustainable, which is why he also told me that in the future, once the market cap has sufficiently matured, the fund wallet funds will be used as intended for similar giveaways, competitions, and other fun events. So I think this really shows how dedicated Tendie Man is to helping his community and Tendie holders, and that he isn't just here for the short term, but for the long term. For the charity section though, it mentions have a real world impact by championing your preferred charity. So friends vote on all donation matters. So this honestly is pretty cool as people get to actually vote for what they want. And for me, this is something I find unique to a crypto project that I've just never seen before. Of course, I've seen ones that have a charity tax, but I've never seen one where you actually get a vote for your favorite charity for it to go to at different times. So Tendies also has permissible tokenomics, which means that Tendie holders can vote to change tax fees between certain percents. And we can read right here in the Fren paper, also known as the white paper, that reflections can range between 5% and 10%, and liquidity 1% to 5%, fun 1% to 3%, and charity 1% to 3%, and burns 1 to 5% taxes. And the current tokenomics, from what I've been told, and you can also look as well, it consists of 6% reflection rewards, 5% liquidity tax, 1% fun, 1% charity, and 1% burns. So just remember that this means you'll have to use 15% slippage to make sure that your transaction goes through on frenswap, as the tax is 14%. So when you buy Tendies, that's what you'll need to do. So there's a supply of 1 million Tendies tokens. So the supply is honestly pretty low, and the token distribution is divided between, well, actually can go over to that right here. It is divided between 90% liquidity lock, 5% growth wallet, 2.5% fun wallet, and 2.5% charity wallet. So one major thing that you may have noticed here is that there's no percent of tokens distributed towards the developers or the team or anything. And this is because the Tendies team has stated that they wholeheartedly believe in the project and will be buying Tendies on launch alongside their other friends. So this is just one of many measures that Tendies took to make sure it was a 100% fair launch. So it's fair for literally everyone. And one thing that I really like about Tendies is that they are very transparent when it comes to rugs. So for example, in their Fren paper, they explain that their tokenomics are flexible. I'll actually go over to it right here. Trust matters right here. So it basically says how they can't rug you, but obviously there's still risks, just like any other crypto project, there's risks. And they go into details saying how they also can't use a time lock, as they just feel it would hamper their ability to adjust parameters on demand and solve problems and provide the XMR swap service, which I'll get into a little bit. And so they just basically want to have the flexibility to improve their project on the fly, on the go, just whenever they need to, and whenever just an error or something comes up that's just something they need to fix, or something that's a really good idea to implement, then they can. Tendies is audited by TechRate and plans to get more audits in the future, and they have also created a frenswap as in security, so a friend security guide. And basically what this guide does is it invites the reader to assume that Tendies is a malicious actor and allows them to understand what privileges Tendies has according to the code, which also presents a CERTIC-like audit that explains the potential risks in the smart contract. So basically this frenswap guide is a tutorial for newbies out there and to help them from getting rug pulled, and it goes into the details of specifically the Tendies token as well, so you know its securities risks and how safe it is of an investment from getting rug pulled and everything like that. So it's pretty interesting. And Tendies is also very big on privacy coins such as Monero, and has plans to integrate privacy features and products such as XMR swap, which allows privacy coin features. So if you're someone that's really big on privacy, this could be really cool for you. I've always liked privacy coins. I personally haven't got into too many, but with Tendies doing this with XMR swap, it sounds very interesting. Some important mentions about Tendies would be that they have their farms all set up. We can go on the Empire Dex right here and look at the CRO Tendies farm, the Tendies by itself. It has a really high APY, as you can see, the LP pool of CRO and Tendies. It's almost 2,000%. The APY on Tendies alone is 220% basically. And so make sure you get in before it ends on December 10th and December 21st. And yeah, another thing I'd like to mention is that the cool thing about the Tendies project specifically is that they were the first DAO created on Cronos. And they got Snapshot.org to support the Cronos chain by making a pull request on their GitHub so that anyone can make a DAO using Snapshot. And so this was all done by the Tendies dev team. So, you know, congrats to them. This is amazing. And honestly, it looks really easy to use. You can just click new proposal and then add choices and ask a question of what your proposal is and select start date, select end date, and click publish. Obviously, you will need a minimum of 100 Tendies to submit a proposal. But the fact that it's this easy to make one, it's not some like all like in a GitHub code type, like you don't even have to know how to code to do it. It's really cool. So it's really open to like the whole community. If you don't have to be a developer, coder, or anything like that. Another thing that I would like to go into is this link tree that you can check down below in the description that I'll have. And to end this video off right, we're going to click on Big Man Tyrone video because it's really cool that they're doing things like this. I find it quite funny. So we're just going to watch it, end the video with this.
Hello friends! I have a very important message for you today. There is a serious problem in DeFi that is hurting us all. Too many rugs, too many scams. No more. Join the Tendie Fren Co., the comfiest community on the Cronos chain and home to the Tendies coin. Enjoy competitions and giveaways. Have your say in the flexible tokenomics, charity donations, and more. Maybe even rare Pepe NFTs. Tendies for everyone!
I'm going to end it there because I want you guys to go watch it for yourself. I'll have the link down in the description to the link tree. I highly recommend you go check it out. It's a pretty funny video. I really like the ending of it as well. It's really funny. And lastly, I would like to say that I personally think that this meme coin is more than just a meme coin, as Tendie Man also stated in our AMA that this is more about bringing a whole community together of crypto investors and being able to hang out in like a jazz type bar and lounge and hang out with friends and play games, win prizes, all that fun stuff, right? And the Tendie community is very involved with the tokenomics and dev team as well, as we can see that there is a friend DAO, so meaning that you can vote on changes on the tokenomics and other things as well. You can see that it's like truly a community driven project, and I think that's really cool. And I personally just don't think that any other Cronos altcoins could have as strong of a community as Tendies Fren Co. does. So that is the white paper, and if we just want to go over to their main website and look at their roadmap, we can see a few different things of what they have planned: a DEX whitelisting, AMAs and marketing, rug protection guide, Tendies pool, art commissions, XMR Tendieswap, partnerships, audit, CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap listings, consultancy service, and other chain launches, Glowy protection guide, Friends token, ambassador program, and charity partnerships. So as you can see, they do have a lot on their roadmap of what they want to do in the long term. And here's the long term as well. So rare Pepe NFTs and Friendscape idle game, and just the unknown, just anything in the near future of what they want to do. So they definitely have a lot of plans for the future, and as you can see, they are very community driven, as I'm sure that's kind of what the point of the unknown part is. Not even the Tendie man knows of what's in the long-term road, because as the project's very, community based, it'll probably rely on the community as well to make certain votes with their friend DAO and such to come up with ideas on what Tendies wants to do in the near future. If you would like to invest into Tendies or just check out their website and friend paper and more, all the links will be down in the description for you to check out. And I think Tendie Fren Co. is a really cool project, so I highly recommend you all check it out. One thing that I highly recommend you do, as I stated earlier, is to definitely check out their white paper. Make sure your audio's on and everything. It's really cool. To me, it's literally the best white paper I've ever read before. It was very calming and relaxing. This has been Kahoob with the Chronicle News, and I thoroughly enjoyed scuba diving down to the deep ocean with you all to discover a new species named Tendie Fren Co. on the Cronos chain. I'll see you all later.